Sized Luxury, aka Monette, and today I have a bit of an unusual video, for me at least. I'm going to be doing a Q&A. I posted a prompt on my YouTube community page and then also on Instagram. Didn't get much response on YouTube. I got a couple of responses on Instagram, so I have about like 7 or 10 questions here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 questions here. And I'm just going to answer your burning questions. Let me know if you have any questions for the next time I do a Q&A. I might do this maybe like once a year, so you guys can get to know me. So let's jump right into the questions. Okay, so the first question, I have them all written down in my notebook. Favorite ready-to-wear other than Chanel? So why I like Chanel is that it goes up to a 50 France, which is a 18 US. A lot of other brands, I feel like they're missing out on that plus size market when it comes to ready to wear, because I feel like the average American woman is in between a size like 12 US to a 16 US, and I feel like they're definitely missing on that market. If they offer that sizing, I actually love Dior ready to wear. I think it's so whimsical, feminine. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, but I don't see that they offer a lot of extended sizes. And then I'm actually super into Celine's ready to wear. I think they're getting into like the little details that I love on the Chanel side. Like you can see the triomphe on a zipper pull or a button or the interior lining. Like those little details is what draws me to Chanel in the first place, that I feel like other brands sometimes miss. But again, they typically only go up to a size 10, 12 American, but those are the two that I'm really interested in. But again, they don't make extended sizes, at least I'm not aware. As far as other ready-to-wear brands, Majestic Figures, they do amazing basics, and they have like a weird sizing system. I think it's like 1, 2, 3, similar to like how Zimmerman does their sizing. So I think they go up to a size 4, which I think is their XXL or extra large. And I purchased that. The materials are amazing. You can get great basic like shirts, cashmere cardigans, leggings, stuff like that. Highly recommend. Is there any other ready-to-wear brands that I would recommend? Nothing else is coming to mind, but yes, good question. Okay, most worn bag. Ooh, that is actually a tough one. I actually cycle through my bags pretty evenly. When I was in the process of moving, I definitely used my Carolina Herrera small bimba in the black, because I had everything packed away. But because I have my Instagram, I actually go on my Instagram page, I scroll through and I'm like, okay, which bag have I not worn in the past like 10 photos? And then I pick up that bag and then I actually style my outfit around the bag. So I try to use all of my bags pretty evenly. The other question was like the least used. I would have to say out of the least used though, it would be my Neverfulls, because I typically save my Neverfulls for travel, going into the office, stuff like that, because I don't really carry a lot, but I need those for like my laptop and agenda and stuff like that. So that would be probably my least used, but everything else I feel like I use pretty evenly. Okay, do you have any pets? Yes, I have 2 kitties. Cats are my favorite. So I have Pine and Hazel. I'm actually their stepmommy. My fiance, they were his cats for many years. And then when we moved in together, I became their stepmom. And yes, those are my babies. They're so cute. So I'll pop up some pictures of them. All right, fiance's favorite bag. I asked him this last night. He said that he actually likes my Monet Neverfull. He says that it's nostalgic because it reminds him of a mom's bag, like his own mother's bag. So I guess big bags remind him of his mom. And then he just likes the sort of play on words that it's Monet the painter, but it's also for me Monette, his fiance, so he likes that. His least favorite, I actually have down here, surprise, surprise. This is his least favorite bag. This is the Jimmy Choo Bonbon in crystal. He says it's incredibly gaudy and he thinks it's totally not functional. So I was like, what? It's stunning. So, but we don't listen to boys and their opinions on our handbags, so whatever. Hobbies other than luxury. So I'm actually certified in wine, so I am doing my levels through WSET or WITSET. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I'm super like a huge foodie. I'm into cocktails, mixology, and wines. And so it's my goal, personal goal that I'm doing on the side to get up to the WITSET level 3, which would be like sommelier status. I'm not planning on working in a restaurant or anything like that. It's just sort of a personal goal. But yeah, so that's definitely a huge hobby. I like to go to like super fine dinings. So if there's like a tasting menu whenever I'm doing business travel, I go there solo, take the pictures, I'm reading my Kindle, I'm having a grand old time. So, and I've just recently gotten to caviar, so like fine dining, wines, mixology, cocktails, that is my jam. So that would definitely be my hobby outside of luxury handbags and ready to wear. And then the last question here, how to shop pre-loved in Facebook groups. This is a tough one. So Facebook groups are rife with scammers, and you really have to be careful when a Facebook group. Here are some ways that they try to scam people. So they'll steal someone else's photos. A lot of the postings in the groups require a name card with a date. So what they'll do is they'll Photoshop in their name and the current date. What are other things? Sometimes they'll ask for references, and they'll have their other scammer friends be their reference for them. And so you have to check each profile, like, was this profile made today and they're just selling? Usually people will wait a couple of months and see what the protocol is by themselves, that kind of stuff before they sell. But if they jump on and sell immediately, I'm always a little wary. What else is a scammer thing? So how I try to sort of circumvent the scammers is I ask them a question. I'm like, hey, is this still available? They say yes. Make sure they have a posted public listing. You don't want anyone direct messaging you, because then they're doing it in secret. That's a little strange, unless you've worked with them in the past. And then I always say, for fraud prevention purposes, are you able to do a video of the item with the current date and stuff? So it's usually harder to Photoshop the name and date on a video. You can see the item moving if they actually have the item. And if they're like, oh yeah, I'll do it tomorrow, or yeah, I'm having like connection issues, then I usually back away. I had one instance where I asked for references and a video, and she was just like, well, I'm gonna need a reference and video from you. And I'm like, sure, like, I mean, whatever it takes to make you feel safe. Yeah, sellers are backing away from PayPal because you can be scammed through PayPal as well. But as a buyer, I still stick to a PayPal because it does have the strongest buyer protections. And as a seller, just as an FYI, I always record putting the item in the box. I always get tracking and signature, and this receipt will have the weight on there, so they can't say or allege that you sent an empty box. So, but yeah, as a new time buyer on Facebook, I would always do PayPal because typically they side with the buyer, right? So, but yeah, it's getting very, very tricky to shop on Facebook right now. It is just rife with scammers. And one thing that I'm seeing as a emerging issue is that trusted sellers are getting their account hacked. And so the hacker will use the goodwill that this person has like sort of stored up and they'll start scamming people, and people will be like, whoa, you know, she was good last year. Why is she scamming people this year? And then we find out that her account was stolen or hacked or something like that. So it is very tricky out there. I personally wouldn't buy any Hermes or anything like over $5,000. Anything that you would be uncomfortable losing, because it is a gamble. And use your credit card, because you might be able to get some sort of you can just dispute it that way. That might be helpful. So don't do your debit card or anything like that. So those are just my general tips. That was a lot rambly and stuff. Did I miss any questions on here? Oh, what do I do for a living? I guess I'll end on that note. I'm an attorney. So I think there's a couple of attorneys in this YouTube luxury space. I think, gosh, what is her name? She put, gosh, I'm gonna forget her name. Oh my gosh. I think she's also an attorney. Handbag, beep, I forget. Like, she spelled it BETCH. I think she's like on hiatus right now. I think she was an attorney. But yeah, there are a lot of us on here. So yeah, let me know if you have any other questions. It was good talking with you, and I will see you next time. Bye.